Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. Well, guys, isn't it a miracle? I actually knew in advance what I would be working on today, and I gave you guys a heads up. It's a gel printing day. That rarely happens in these parts, but I'm going to try to make it a little more regular. I just like being able to walk into my craft room, turn on the light, and do whatever I want. I'm sure y'all understand that. Okay, so 8 o'clock. I'm on time. This is awesome. I was afraid I was going to be late, to be honest. I've been cleaning my craft room this morning. Oh, boy. Cleaning the craft room. Okay, I'm going to give everyone a little bit of time to sign on. Hello, Miss Vicky. Oh, it's so nice and cool out this morning. I don't know if you've been outside yet. I can only imagine it's even cooler where you are. Since you're more north than I am. Yeah, so nice and cool today. All right, I need to just get set up. This gel plate needs to be cleaned so badly. This one's torn too. I ripped it. So, poor thing. I'm actually going to put the cleanest side down and the dirtiest side up, so it sticks better to this little plate over here. This is a cutting plate from a die cutting machine, and that's what I'm using to hold my little gel plate. Then I'm going to use a bigger gel plate too. I'm going to do both small and large today. So this isn't just going to be like for running off my paint. I mean, I am going to do that with it, but it's not solely what this is for. Okay, I have my stencils. Let me get my other gel plate set up. I was almost set up. I was trying to be on time. Hi, Miss Sharon and Teresa. Hey, Cordelia. How you doing? This gel plate just smells good. These gel press ones, they have like a aroma therapy in them or something. I don't know. They have a certain scent that's really pleasing. It's not overpowering. In fact, I don't even smell it if I've had it out for very long or used it very much. I don't even smell it, but there is just like this very subtle, nice scent to these. I think I'll use this side. Oh, they're both pretty clean. Ah, yay! So I've got an 8x10 and a 5x7. I believe are the two sizes I'm working with today. And you guys, we're going to print on all kinds of things, by the way. This is going to be fun. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Beth. Warm, big, squishy hugs to you. Hi, Heidi. Miss Paula Rice. I didn't get to catch much of Craft Roulette last night, but I know it was fun. You didn't even get to catch it in the replay yet. So I tuned in. We have a lot going on. We have a whole lot going on right now. So but I'm sure it was fun. Michelle Lupton, I believe, was the guest crafter. Di's here. Di, I caught you and Pam early this morning. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was trying to go back to sleep. I've been up since 4. I could not get back to sleep. All right, so y'all remember Yolan was on with me, Devin Rex for Art, and she was like, hey, do you mind if I send you, like, I'll let you pick out whatever you want, but I'm going to send you one of my stencils. And I also got her stamps, which was really, really sweet. I got the circles. I picked out the circles. I love circles. I always have. And this really cool Y-tube, very architectural stencil. So we will definitely play with these today. And look at this. This is so cool. I love this. So this will cover this entire plate, which will be awesome. These are made, designed, but manufactured right here in Texas by PM Artist Studios. These are all cut to order, and it's a family business, and they are incredibly wonderful. You can watch PM Artist Studios like 3 days a week. You can watch them gel print if you want to learn more. These are by my friend Devin Rex for Art here on YouTube, but she designs these and PM Artist Studio manufactures them. And they are cut from 74-pound Yupo synthetic sheets. So this is not your typical stencil. It's not. So it's not the typical like heavy plastic stencil. And then they always, Mariah and Patricia, they're on 4 days a week: Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And these are their times. You should definitely check them out. They always include some goodies when you place an order, and they're just absolutely wonderful. Yes, I've already gotten my envelope dirty when I was doing some paste the other day. Don't mind me. Miss Kalinda's here. Hello. So let's get this party started, because you know what? I got lofty goals here today. So I want to see this on. So what's really cool is you can pick your stencil and pick your size. Like they often have like 3 different sizes you can choose from, which is really cool. But I chose the 8x10 because, I guess I need a brayer, huh? Just grab one of those real quick. All right. I chose the 8x10 because I want to be able to go big or small. But they even go larger. That's probably too much paint. I mean, I know it's too much paint, but it's okay. We'll make it work. I have a really limited palette that I've already picked out today. So, this gel plate over here has bubbles in it. I don't really know why. I'm not gentle with my gel plates. Hence one having a rip and another one having bubbles, and I don't know why. But we are going to gel print on like envelopes, which is Karen inspired. Karen McCoy. She's been making some really cool envelope art with her gel prints. Woo! I like it. I like it already. I like this stencil with just one color down without, you know, a lot of you know, without a lot of layers or anything. It's just immediately cool. So again, this is the Y-tube one, and I'm just going to run a little more paint on here. And what I'm doing right now is letting this one over here dry. She's drying. She's in timeout. She's drying. Let's bring in some of this green. Is T here? Hi, Jenny Day Roberts. T is here. Yeah, oh boy, this one needs to be used up. The lid's busted. It's crusty. Let's just use it up. T, congrats on 4K. I'm so excited for you. I got to catch just the tiniest bit of your live. Again, it's just real bananas around here right now. I know y'all are like, you've been saying that for like the last 6 months. Well, it's true. You're right and I'm right. We're both right. Okay, I'm going to pull up on this. I haven't used it yet, and I don't know if I'm supposed to use the shiny side or the not shiny side, but this is exam table paper. I believe her name is Jackie Bernard, is the one who put me onto this, because I do really like to layer my gel prints like a tissue paper, like how you would use napkins. So I do like to have, like, for collage, these thinner sheets. So right now I'm testing it on, ooh, the shiny side. That worked. Okay. Awesome. That totally pulled just fine. All right. I don't know how much is left on my plate. Probably not very much. Some. We've got some on there. Now we need to let this one dry. Let's go back over here. It's pretty humid here today. That's not quite dry, which means we might not get shocking results, like really detailed ones, but we'll just see what we get. We'll get what we get and we won't throw a fit, right? And I got some more green. You don't have to have fancy paint. This one was on sale for 15 cents. That's right. When I see 15 cents of Anita's, I'm going to grab it. Let's see what we can get off of this. Now, the other thing I'm printing on today is something I've never printed on. I know. Just full of surprises. Now, the cool thing about putting this on these boards is you can usually kind of get an idea of what your print's going to look like. I can't really tell because this gel plate is a mess. But I have these canvas boards right here. And I want to try it. Karen did canvas sheets, and I was like, I don't have canvas sheets. I have canvas boards. Hi, Anne. Hi, Ellen. Hey, Flo. Hi, TR. All right. Now, the only thing about mounting it on here is really I need the gel plate to be flexible, so I didn't mount this one. But I think we might still be able to get a print. We got something. It doesn't like knock my socks off, but it's a beginning. It breaks a canvas, and so I'll take that. And the cool thing is we can just keep layering. Let's take this off of the hard plastic and let's put it back on its little acetate sheet that I threw over here somewhere. I put it back in its package. What do you know? So proud of myself. We'll get better results if we leave it on this today for what I'm trying to do. Okay. There we go. All right, let's get some real ink down, or paint down on here. What are y'all doing today? Jason, you did, hi. You did the yard last weekend. You don't have to mow again, do you? Do you like mowing? Do you use like special equipment and stuff? I've mowed a yard twice. I mowed a yard once when I was little, when I was 12. So yeah, I was little. I was like 12 or 13. And I was just really wanting to mow the yard. I'm going to put this on here too. And so my father was like, okay, sure. You want to mow the yard? Go mow the yard. Well, I mowed my name into the yard. Luckily it was the backyard, but still very upsetting to my father that I had the gumption to sign the backyard with my name, but you know, everything's a canvas. And so needless to say, I never got to mow my father's yard again, or never had to mow my father's yard again. He would have a complete stranger come do it before he would ask me, that's for sure. Okay, this orange is just really wanting to be used. So we'll put a little here, a little there. Yeah, but I know like my next door neighbor, their yard's a lot bigger than ours. So he has one of those that you ride on, that you have the weird steering, like the two sticks, and you kind of move them around. So I think he actually really enjoys mowing his yard. Let's go back to this one. And let's try this again. I'm not going to worry about lining it up. Oh, yes, we are, Karen McCoy. And I'm glad you're here. I've already mentioned your name 2 or 3 times. Because I want to get my scribble sticks out. Because I never use my scribble sticks. And I have a lot of them. But when I saw you using them on your gel plate, I was like, ding, 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 ding. I want to try that. So, yeah, Yolan sent me some stamps and a stencil to play with. So we're playing. I'm going to use these stamps now. Just kind of stamp that around. And then this, when you've stamped like that, you can stamp it off. You know, you've got paint. So now you can, and look, I got my envelopes out. So you can, do not bend. I do not bend very well anymore. I need to get back into yoga, y'all. I just rather be crafting, you know? Y'all know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, look. Don't ever put heat on your gel plate. Don't do it. So I can't force this to dry, is what I'm trying to say. I cannot bring out my heat gun and I'll destroy my plate. So it's good. Whoops. It's good to have multiple plates. See, and if you do something like that, it's just an oops. It's not a big deal. So Karen, did you wet your, I don't know if I asked you this. Did you wet your scribble sticks so you could draw them? I think you did, so you could use them on your gel plate. I want to say that you did. I've got to run, put a load of laundry and stuff. Hopefully I'll be back and chat amongst you. Oh, Cordelia. I would say enjoy, but I just don't know that there's anything enjoyable about laundry. But I still hope you have an awesome day. Oh yeah, and Karen, I also got some, I already had these board canvases, but I didn't have canvas paper, so I am loving it on canvas. Okay. All right. Let's see. I want more layers. I'm going to use this metallic. Yes, you dipped it in water. Okay, cool. I thought so. I mean, you got to activate them, right? Maybe we'll do that next over here. Let me get some out of my mixed media drawer. I mean, I definitely got them. It doesn't look clean, but I have a clean jar of water. Let's just paint down there. All right, so scribble sticks are not paint. I'm sorry. They are not ink. Scribble sticks are paint. They are acrylic paint. There we go. Oh, yes. Hey, we could do a Zentangle. I think today is Bee Fly, if I'm not mistaken. I'm all caught up on my Zentangle, you guys. My little book is coming together. So awesome. All right. Now we'll let that dry a little more. And now I think we'll go ahead and pull off of this one. I know this isn't for everyone. Not everyone has gel plates or is interested in gel printing. I get you. I just love playing with paint, and I love the things I can do on a gel plate I can't do anywhere else, in a sense. I mean, you could get similar results. You're like, yeah, I can make a mess on anything. Thanks, Biddy. But gel printing really is awesome. And then I like the things I can make with my gel prints. And really, there doesn't have to be anything expensive about it. I mean, you buy your plate, but as long as you take care of your plate, it can last you years and years. And then, your stencils you can always use in many different ways. And then your paint, you can just use cheap craft paint. This one was 15 cents. I mean, you don't have to have expensive things to gel print. All right, now since I'm planning on pulling with this, I need a slightly thicker layer to get everything off the plate. Brother, I'm running into all kinds of things. All right. You want a nice, smooth, good coverage for the pull. And I'm going to pull onto this. This is a larger board. This is an 11 by 17. And I think what I'm going to do is do 2 prints on the same canvas. So I'm going to take this and put it right up at the edge and lay it down. And I'm going to print right onto there. I don't know what we're going to get. And that's what's kind of fun. It's very freeing. Okay. So I'm going to let that sit for a while and really dry. So I'm going to move this off to the side. All right, let's play with this little guy. We've got a bee fly on here. Remember making these with Desiree? I was thinking last night, I am such a blessed person. The kind of crafty friends that I have, their talent and kindness and friendship. I mean, I feel really, really blessed. So thank you guys. I'm including all of y'all in that. And I'm so grateful for you. All right. Also, you don't have to have canvases to print. I've never printed on canvases before. I'm going to do something really brave and just put paint on this, and because I basically went down beneath the layers on here. So I think it'll work out. We'll just see what happens. It's very much experimentation with me. I don't have a controlled approach. So I really kind of never know what I'm going to get. And I like it like that. I'm fine with that. If you don't have stencils, you know, just like how we drew on here with our scribble sticks, you could draw. We're going to do some cutouts and other things too. Let's just keep printing on here until I like it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep adding to it until I'm like, oh, cool. I'm not there yet. So let's do that. I got a new coffee mug for our lives. I got an insulated one because I always end up with cold tea or coffee. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And what's cool is it's got this like throttle here. So the more open it is, the bigger the gulp, or like the more closed it is. So when it's really, really hot, I can control how much comes out. Isn't that cool? I've never seen that before. So fancy. Oh, so delicious. Yeah, if I'm going to have a hot beverage, I want it hot. I don't want it room temperature. Hi, Debbie. It's 40 degrees in Wyoming. It was cool this morning. I went out and watched the sunrise. Let me see if I have a picture for you guys. Yeah. I went out and watched the sunrise this morning. And that's what it was like in my backyard. Isn't that beautiful? It was nice and cool. I've been trying, you guys, to watch the sunrise and the sunset because it helps your sleep. It helps your body recognize when it should be awake and when it should be asleep. All right, well, we're not there yet. We're just going to keep trying. I'm going to pull this on another sheet of paper and clean off my plate a little bit. I am so ready for my new couches to arrive. I've waited 2 weeks. It's supposed to be 4 to 6 weeks. I'm done waiting. Just bring them already. All right, that's probably not enough. It's not. But let's get some different colors on here. Whoops. This is Apple Barrel, so, you know, you don't have to have any one brand. All right, let's pull this on. I have these really large index cards that I bought on Amazon. They're thin. They're just, you know, I think they're 6 by 9. Measure it real quick. That's really wet, so it'll be fine. I don't want to do math. It's 5 by 8. Yeah. So this is going to work perfectly on this little 5 by 7. Oh, I didn't mean to pull it on the lines. Oh well, that's just going to add more interest. Hopefully it pulls nicely. We'll see. It's a start. It's a start. I actually like having a lot of like solid colors too, or semi-solid colors. Let's get some more ink or more paint on there. We can put our stencil back down too. Oh, kind of got stuck to my glassine. There we go. Let's do this. I want to buy some new paint, but I'm not buying any new paint until I use up what I have. By the way, because everybody won't be here all day, and I get that. I'm not going to be here all day either. Hold on, let's set that record straight. But you might not be here for the whole live, but I want you to know tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. I will be live here for only 30 minutes. It's limited. It's for the Kendra's Card Challenge hop. There's a live hop, which is really fun because you'll get to go person to person. And I'm doing sketches 4 through 6. And I'm really excited because I haven't played with these new sketches yet. So, my friend T will be after me. My friend Lynn will be before me. Aww, I think that is so cool. I love the stencil so much. Yolande, Devin Rex for Art, is on vacation. Much deserved. Well deserved. So she may not see this for a while, but KYB, girl, this stencil is amazing. I love it. Okay. This is my newer paint. I should probably save this, but the Liquitex Basics. I bought this on Amazon and I thought I was getting big tubes. No. This is not even a full ounce. I need to read descriptions better. That's on me. But I guess I wasn't paying attention. And that's what I got. I got a little bitty bottle. Anyways, I need to use some of my, like this one's old. Who is this? Jane Davenport. This is when she was with Spellbinders. It's really nice paint. And I really love Jane Davenport. But like, paint is one of those consumables. It's just not going to last you forever. So it's important to use it up. I'm going to set that to the side. Let's go back to our other one. It's good to have, and look, I have no dog in the fight. I don't use affiliate links. I'm not trying to sell you on gel plates, but have more than one. Because you, like how I'm working today, you're going to probably, you're probably going to want to move from one to another. Now, is that not going to be so cool? I'm going to leave it because the rest I can collage in and paint in and make a really cool piece of wall art. And I just don't want to mess that up. So I'm going to leave it, but isn't that fabulous? Oh yeah, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So when I say that, I don't mean that I can get the same results twice, because I can't. But let's do that again anyways. All right, so I am going to start with that sienna, that raw sienna again, because it's just a color I really like. You guys know I wanted the yellow velvet couch, right? I didn't get it. There was like a crushed curry yellow velvet couch. We got the blue velvet couch. It's this color coming. But the whole family wasn't feeling the, even though I reminded my husband that I did almost all of my labor with our first child in a yellow velvet chair. And then he was like, oh yeah, I remember those yellow velvet chairs. Oh, maybe that couch would have been all right. Don't worry. I'll have my yellow velvet next time. We'll stick with blue for now. Okay. Now I'm going to just pull this on standard 20-pound paper. Okay, so this is nothing fancy. You can get it at your grocery stores where you buy your bananas. Wasn't that fabulous, Maddie? Hi, Bethany. Yeah, this is just 20-pound weight paper. I have some Hammermill that's slightly fancier, but it just sticks right to the plate, and I hate pulling with it. So not all paper pulls the same. Cool. We can work with that. Now, let's lift and let it set. Okay, so we're going to let that one set and dry a bit. When you're gel printing, just plan on needing a lot of surface. Hi, Miss Bertha. You're going to need a lot of surface, y'all. You know what? I'm going to roll this off these edges. I'm going to clean off my brayer on this piece that I'm not currently overly attached to any of the results on it. So I'm just going to brayer off on it. And actually, I already like it more. Just needed a little raw sienna. All right. So we're going to do that. All right, let's see what we got over here. So this index card is a good example of not all papers pull the same. It's wanting to tear. Which if I had more time, I could just like leave it overnight and it would probably be fine. It wouldn't have that problem, but we don't have that kind of time on our hands, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Now, not everybody likes gel printing. I know Beth doesn't like getting messy. You can help reduce the mess if you, this is a really great print. If you use inks instead of paint, I think it's less messy. It's more controlled. Also, you can put pan pastels, alcohol inks. You saw me use those acrylic scribble sticks. Just go slow when you know you have a piece like this where the paper wants to tear. Tear from different directions. Ooh! And there's the bee fly back there hanging out. Ooh, but I love it. I really like that a lot. I could collage right on top of that and be happy. If John was here, I'd tease him. I'd say, we could put a shark on that. We sure could. All right, but I won't. I'm not going to. All right, let's keep going. Desiree, how you doing? Aw, today's Tamara's birthday. I don't think she's here, but hey, happy birthday. Hey, CK Art. I really like that name. I know it's initials and art, but I like it. It has a good energy about it. CK Art. I like it. All right. Let's do some more. I'm going to use a little more of this. I know this paint is a couple of years old, so I'm not going to be precious about it. And like, how much longer is it going to be good? Probably not much. So let's just try to use it. That's why I'm not letting myself buy any new paints until I use up what's in my drawer, because some of it's, you know, a couple of years old. All right. I really, by the way, I really like these index cards. So they're 5x8. They're thin, but as a 5x7 card maker, it's nice having, oh, that's cool. It's very tone on tone, but I like it. Okay. It's nice not having to use like a whole sheet of paper, you know, sometimes. And then have scraps and stuff. I have less scraps when I use those. And they're kind of already cut to size, so it cuts down on the work that I have to do. I don't know about this paint. This paint is really sus right here, but we're going to try it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's any good. Crafter's Closet Art Basics acrylic craft paint. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. We're going to see how that goes. And something's telling me to try this one on our canvas again. The canvas that we just keep adding layers to. So let's do that. Just going to roll that off over there. All right. Here she is. She's getting better. Here, let's use some stamps. Texture, texture, texture. All right. Put that on there. And we'll leave it. All right. Back to the big one. And that's nice and dry. So now we can add another layer. I'm loving the green today. And this green does have a busted lid, so and see the crusty edge. It really does need to be used. We can add another stencil, like another background stencil. But I'm not going to, not yet. Next time. I'm really enjoying this Y-tube design, and I know I'll want, you know, quite a few of those to play with. So here's the thing about, for me, with gel printing is that once you start, you might as well just make a go of it and get as many prints as you can, because what I find is that I get my gel plate out on occasion and I just print a whole bunch, and then I have a stack of paper to play with. And that way I don't have to print every time I want to make something with gel prints, you know, because I have a whole stack of gel printed papers. Now, people who print a lot will, let's go bold. I'm going to use another 11 by 14 canvas. I want to see, yeah, I want this up here like this. Okay, and I'll show you why in a minute. But we're going to print that right onto there. Okay, I'm going to slide it off my desk, flip it over. There we go. All right, and then we'll set that one to the side and dry. All right. The blue toe pat. That's my birthday gift from my hubby. And, you know, we call him Dr. Shrub. It cracked me up that he picked one that had these vines. Yeah, I love it too. I always look at it and I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm the biggest spoiled brat, you guys know. I am. All right. Ooh, cool. I'll take it. I like that we're still getting some of the other layers that are back there. And now we've got all these circles to work with. All right, let's put another color on here and pull this. I picked jewel tones today. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I picked like really rich kind of jewel tone colors, because a lot of times the colors that are at the top of my box are like pastels, and I don't know why, but they are. So today I dug a little deeper and pulled out some jewel tones. Oh boy. Let's just put that over here. Okay. I might need a little bit more. Let's just work that around. I'm going to put another color in the middle. I think I'm going to put this brown. Wait, I already had that brown. Let me put this blue. Ooh, that'll be fun. We'll just put a little dot right there. I think it's way too much. It'll kind of have like a highlight. Just blend that right there in the middle. And then do some more of these. All right. Now, let's pull it. The longer we leave it, the more I'll be able to get off the plate. The quicker you pull it, the less you get off the plate. Now we know now that this paper might tear a little bit, so we won't leave it on too long. You are supposed to clean these off, you guys. You're not supposed to leave the paint on them. Again, for whatever reason, when I'm gel printing, I'm not delicate. I'm probably not the one to follow for best practices in and around gel plating or gel printing. Thanks, Karen. How you doing? Sinjin's here. Hey, girl. Missed ya. Was wondering if you were still here. It's been a while. Aww, Sinjin. We'll be thinking of you and praying for you. I'm still here. I know, though. Like, something was in the air. Not this Thursday, but the Thursday before last. Literally 5 people I knew had to go to the hospital or have procedures done, including my own son. That one was an emergency. So, yeah, something's in the air. Something is in the air. So continue, you guys, to keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's going to have, it's going to be a whole journey of healing for him. Okay. Cool. I didn't want to leave it on too long because I don't want to clean paper off this plate. I like it. We can't really see the Y-tube stencil anymore because I distorted it with, you know, the circles and stuff, but I do really like it. I like the brown with the bright light blue because it feels like patina. It feels like, you know, copper and patina. Really liking that combination. All right, let's use another stencil because I do have different stencils from PM Artist Studios that I've ordered over the years. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's some really yummy ones in here. Let's use this one. I don't clean my PM Artist Studio stencils. You're supposed to. I'm on repeat again. I am not very picky when it comes to these things. And I feel like it makes the Yupo paper stronger, having some layers of paint on there. Okay, that was kind of dry, which is good. Won't take so long to dry. But we worked that pattern in there. Now, let's pull it with, let's do this color again. I did pull a very limited palette today. And that way I don't get caught up trying to pick what color next. I've got just a few little colors here. Okay. Also, you can get like texture tools. Again, if you don't have a lot of stencils, you can get things like the silicone texture tools and make your own designs over and over and over again. Okay, which you can do with a stencil too. Let's roll off my brayer on this one again. We'll put this one on here. How many times have we put the plate on this one canvas? So many times. All right. We'll put it to the side. I bet you this one's pretty close to being dry. I'll just pull up an edge of it and see how it's looking. Oh yeah, it's good. See how it's coming up clean? That's good. Nice. Nice. And I really like that the edges kind of didn't come up, because then I don't have hard edges. But this is another 11 by 14 piece of canvas board. Nice. I will say this one's my favorite, this one right here, but that's cool too. I think we're on to something. Now, I had already announced that I was going to start making more wall art, right? So I'd recently invested in canvas boards, because that's how I'm going to sell my wall art, is on canvas boards. So that, and I'm only going to sell in like a couple of limited smaller sizes. 11 by 14 is as big as I'm going to go, so that people can get frames for it easily. Hi, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. How you doing? It's been a long time. Oh, I hope you are doing well. Oh my gosh, and my coffee is piping hot. I love it. Okay, let's play with this one. And let's use this. I didn't mind this brown. This brown was fine. I'll use it again. And let's mix it with a little bit of this metallic. 34 cents. I was like, yeah, I'll take one. I think, you know, gosh, we've gel printed on Cheryl's lace and all kinds of things over the years, you guys. This isn't like a steady type of content here on my channel, but this is something I just really do love. I love the art that can be made with printing. Okay, let's do Remember this one? See what happens when we layer on top of it. This is just the 20-pound copy weight paper. Nothing fancy. I like the brick stencil. Okay, let me see. I try to keep my sheets so I can tell you what things are called. This is called Under the Arches. I'm using an 8x10 version. Under the Arches. I love that they include these sheets. This is designed by Paula Keen. So they have quite a few designers at PM Artist Studio. All right, let's pull that. Eek! It's kind of sticking. Oh, it's like really sticking. All right. It is what it is. Ooh, but it looks so cool. And if I use Mod Podge, it'll be fine. I mean, I don't love it being on my stencil, but I'll just clean it up. Let me try from the other direction. Just gotta rip the Band-Aid off sometimes. All right. But I like it. I do like it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Because I like it just like that. And I can get all of this off my stencil. We'll just pick a little off for now. And like, if it's a little hit and miss, it's a little hit and miss when I lay the next color down. Okay, I'm gonna lay another color. Let's do this nice dark blue. I am going to, Linda. I most certainly am. Now, Linda, you know me. These aren't done. We're just getting started. I will be collaging and painting more and adding other layers to it all. But yes, I am making my art, my wall art, in sizes that can easily be framed. Okay, another sheet of paper. Maybe this one will pull better this time. One can only hope. Oh, I didn't mean to pull that. Oh well, we'll put another layer down. Ooh. Ah, but I like it. We get to ignore the bird today. Yeah, I meant to leave the blue and pull up the stencil. Let's do a little blue-green. So we'll do a little green. And we'll do a little blue. Okay. And this time, I'm going to pull the stencil and not the print. Okay. There we go. Now, I need to set this to the side and let it dry. So that's going off to the side. All right, I'm gonna put this back on my desk and I'm gonna pull another print from that. Because all that paint is just sitting on the surface of that stencil. So we'll make the most of it. And grab that paint off of it like that. Oh, I am not going to be upset about having a bunch of that in my stash. Can you share where the perspective stencil is from? Absolutely. That is... That one's called Y-Tube. It's from PM Artist Studio. It's designed by Yolande. She was on with me Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. There it is. She was on with me when we did the eco printing. Y-tube. There we go. Kind of like YouTube, but just Y-tube. I think it's like a tube like underground, though, is what I think that's supposed to mean. All right, let me clean off my desk real quick. How are we doing? I will turn one of these into something. We're not just going to sit here and print all day, although I could. But we will finish one of these pieces. All right, let's grab the little one back out. See how she's doing. Yes, Devin Rex for Art and Yolan are the same person. Like, I totally get, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay. Yet another layer on. Yeah, Dee Dee always, like, even though she knows it's Yolan, she only calls her Devin Rex for Art so that people can, because not everybody knows everybody's names. This isn't Cheers. This is YouTube. So, you know, Dee Dee always says, I'm just going to call them by their handle, and that way you guys can find them. Dee Dee's a big promoter of other channels and other artists. She's just amazing. Okay. Let's see if I can pull this real quick. I'm just going to pull it on another one of my cheap Amazon index cards. Oh, hi, Caroline, which is My Crafty Adventures. Zal Storm. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday, everybody. If Di's here, she's probably like, yeah, I've had a whole Saturday. Thank you for all our Aussie friends. Nice. Now, I like a dirty plate because then you get dirty results. And I like dirty results on a gel plate. I do indeed. All right. Loving it. Loving it. Let's do just a little bit more. I'm still not at, this has got to get better somehow. So we're going to keep working on it. Let's add some brick to it. So this is what I like to do. So I like to use the little 5x7 gel plate, but if I get an 8x10 stencil like this, what's cool is on an 8.5 by 11, this has to be, you know, it doesn't have to be, but it's usually like that. But on my little 5x7, suddenly I'm able to get the whole thing covered and have the bricks in more of a portrait orientation. So even though I like to use the small plate, I do like to have big stencils, big scissors, big paintbrushes, big stencils. But what's cool is if you really like a certain pattern, like let's just say you're in love with this brick. If you buy the stencil in different sizes, there's 3 different sizes you can usually buy these in. There might be some exceptions, but then you can have different sizes, you know. I'm pretty sure then the brick would be different sizes. If I sized down, this pattern would be smaller. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. just going to add a little bit of white here. I'm not going to blend it out too much. And I'm going to lift, because we're going to have blue bricks on this. Okay. Let's see what that does. Carmina. Hello, hello. Quick little rub down. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Well, let's see. Clean off my desk again. Are we there yet? Let me see. Let's see how these are doing. Yeah, I think these are about dry enough for me to... This is the only way you can really speed up the drying. Is to fan them. Don't use a heat gun. Don't use a heat gun. Don't use a heat gun. Like, I think there's kind of like 2 rules with a gel plate. No heat guns and no photo paper. I think that's about it. Oh, that feels good. Ooh, fan myself. All right. Let's do something bold. Bold and beautiful. Let's go orange. You will rarely hear me say that, but it's going to contrast and it's going to be really striking. And yeah, that's too much paint, but it's hard to control it coming out of those metal tubes. I'm gonna go get another canvas. I can't help myself. Okay. We're gonna print this on another 11 by 14 canvas. Okay, slide it ever so carefully. Whilst I'm gonna grip it too, so it doesn't slide around on my canvas. There we go. Turn it over and really get that in there. All right. You know the drill. Got to put that to the side and let it dry. Did I tell y'all we're having a painting party tomorrow? So I'll be live here from 4:30 to 5 Central Standard Time doing Kendra's Card Challenge. But then before that, I'm having a painting party at my house. For my father-in-law. It's a surprise. Nobody knows. I'll have 12 guests. Nobody knows what they're coming for. I just told him, don't wear your favorite clothes and come to our painting. Or I didn't say a painting party. I said, and bring snacks. He's a musician. He's been in theater groups. He's done all these kinds of things, but he's never made art. Like, you know, drawing, painting, all of that. So, it'll be his first time. So, I bought easels, just little inexpensive tabletop easels. You can buy them in bulk. And canvases in bulk. We're going to be painting those 11 by 14 canvases. And we're going to have a party. It's going to be fun. I just told everyone, don't wear your favorite clothes. I just don't know about this one. I think it's going to be cool whenever I finally get to doing something with it. But none of it has been knocking my socks off. I'm just going to, you know. It's just not all that. Hopefully whatever we put on it, because I'll collage on this and I'll paint more on this, will make it more interesting. This is a 6 by 8, by the way. And this is a 5 by 7. All right. Let's see if we can get some drama on there. I am going to put this down. I'm going to use this color. I'm going to put a good amount. Really layer it up. I'm going to see if I could get that to print on there pretty well. All I'm trying to get out of this is that brick pattern and nothing else, because I want all those background layers to still be there. All right. I don't know why this one's like popping up. That'll be fun to play with. How about if we brayer, let's brayer the edges of these. Let's do that next. The only color left in my box that I haven't really used today is Barn Red. So I think I'll want some burnt, or that's raw sienna. I think I'll want some raw sienna. I think I'm done with these. Get those off my desk for now. All right. Now, y'all might not be able to see this whole canvas in frame. Let's start with raw sienna. And what I'm mainly going to do is blend the edges the way that I have on this one. I'm going to start just kind of bringing in touches on there. I need one more gel plate to get the effect I want. So this is a 6 by 6. She's so clean. I hardly ever use this one. Miss Bertha, how's everything in Detroit? Hope you're doing well. You and those precious grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Hope everybody's doing well. All right. little bit of this in there. All right. Let's work this onto this plate, this canvas. I like it. I think this will make this a lot more approachable when it comes time to start working on it. To not have the white space, but have it all kind of blended like this. All right. I think that's good enough. I want it to be very like fresco art. I don't need it to be full coverage. So that one's done for now until I start working on it. Here's the next one. I do like these colors, so I think we'll continue with Raw Sienna. You guys, this used to be $5.99. This is so old. This old Winsor and Newton. Who knows how much this tube is now? Not me. But this is a Winsor and Newton Raw Sienna, almost 7 ounces. It's probably like $15 these days, the way things are. So I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. It's kind of the point of being on YouTube, isn't it? So you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Mix this in and get it on the plate. Oh yeah, that'll be nice. Like the contrast. We can work some blue and green into it as well. My desk is like, I was not set up for this. Like it. Oh my gosh, I am bumping into everything with this canvas. All right. Yes, and I like the gold coming across here. Let's incorporate a little bit of blue-green. Here's a little blue. Work that in there. And then a little bit of that green. That green is gorgeous. That green, probably you can't find it anymore since I got it for 15 cents, but it was called Jade Green. Whew, it's gorgeous. I've always liked Regal color palettes. Regal colors. Okay, we're just going to work a little bit of that in. Okay. That is that. Nice. I like it. Really great foundation for starting a painting. I don't know. I'd much rather come to a canvas to paint and come to something like this than a white canvas. Okay. Last one for this effect is this one. Man, this one's so cool. This is the first one we did. Isn't that just awesome? That's that Y tube. All right. I think this one is this phthalo green. The other thing, I guess there's a third rule with gel printing. You don't want anything harsh on your gel plate. So like nothing hard, nothing metal, nothing scraping that's not like soft silicone. Like these are really soft. They might look hard, but they're silicone. They're really soft. Yeah, nothing harsh for your plate. Yeah, the community can chat. Sala, totally understand. I have said before, she can't be expected to read all the chat. Oh, I missed something, didn't I? Angie, I'm sure you. It is going fast today, which is awesome. I'm glad y'all are chatting it up. Barbara's here. I'm trying to go back because I clearly missed something. Playing with all this paint. All right. I think Barbara makes wall art, don't you, Barbara? Or you teach painting, don't you? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I'm known to make mistakes. I'm just really gentle with myself about them for the most part. Okay. All right. Let's get some orange or brown or something up in here to bring that into. Let's do this brown. Barbara, I don't know if you were here for it, but we're having a painting party at my house tomorrow. The brayer gives a plaid look. Yeah. I don't know what I missed. I'm sorry, you guys. You can retype it. How about that? And I'll make sure I read it. All right. Jeez, Bitty Penny. Oh, by the way, I think it's just spam, but I got a text the other day that somebody was trying to, I keep getting these texts that someone's trying to trademark my name, Bitty Penny. And they're like, you'll have to cease operation and cease using that name. It's like, it is my name. Okay. How about you cease, buddy? If that ever happens, if that comes to pass, I'm going to have to think of another name, which is ridiculous because this is my name. But that's America for you, these silly trademarks. I'm really not here for it, personally. You know, trademarking the steel drum. Don't even get me started. Trademarking the birthday song that we all grew up singing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But I think I dreamed up a new name last night. I need to see if it's available. I'm not going to say anything because then they'll probably trademark that too. Also, I don't want to say it and it be somebody else's name. Just goes to show the internet's a very dangerous place. You could lose your own name. Okay, there we go. Yay. I'm really pleased with those results, you guys. I really am. I have undiagnosed ADHD and just got distracted. I even forget what I'm talking about. Yeah, Bethany, I undiagnosed as well. But the more research I do, I realize, oh yeah, I think I probably have ADHD. I honestly feel like it's an onset of perimenopause and menopause. I never felt it as strongly. Maybe I had a tendency there, but it was never a problem. Now it's a problem. It's a problem. Okay, this little canvas is coming along. I think she's coming along. Definitely have something to work with when it comes to her. Just gonna work that in like that. I figure if someone really does trademark my name and I need to cease operations, they're going to have to send me that in a registered letter. They're not going to be able to send me that in a text. I'm not conforming to a text from a stranger that I'm pretty sure is spam. So there's that. Okay, I'm happy now with this. I don't think it's like rockstar amazing, but I can look at this and see a lot of potential. I might even do one more layer on it, because see all of this, it's waiting to come off the plate. It's like, I dare you. I double dog dare you. And I'm going to take it up on that. All right, we really need a different color. Those messages, text messages are notoriously, yeah. What's the, hi Lauren, 226. It is called, let me get that out for you. I've got stuff everywhere. I cleaned my craft room before this. I knew what I was getting myself into. So it was like, you cannot do this with a messy craft room, girlfriend. Get it together. So the Arches is called Under the Arches. And that too is a PM Artist Studio. And if you, they have like 500 stencils or something. They have a lot to choose from because they have like 7 artists, or I don't know how many designers they have, but this is Paula Keen, Under the Arches, and this is the 8x10. So you can get different sizes. Let's use this. Does anyone know the name of the stencil? Oh, I think that's the one that you were wanting to know about. Hi, Christy. All right, let's use, ooh, this is a nice paint. Let's use this one. And I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this. You know, Beth's not wrong when she says gel printing's messy. I have paint all over me. All right, and then I'm gonna put a little more of this. I'm just kind of wanting an interesting wash here. Oh my gosh, it might take forever to dry. Let me try to get some of this off. It's a pretty color. I just don't want it to take forever to dry, so there we go. But I want it to be thick enough to really pull off of here. I know, I was just getting that where I was like, okay, cool, I'm good with that. But we're gonna add one more layer. Last time, I think I put 15 layers on this thing. All right, let's look at what we've done so far and let's make something, because I said we would, and it's what I like to do. All right, so made that one, which is really, I like it. See, I just like just real basic gel printing. let's see. We've got a lot of that under the arches to work with. This one is the coolest, and it's like falling apart, but with Mod Podge collaged, we can use that. But it really looks like that brick is just popping off of there. So we got lots of brick to play with. I'm not mad about that. I'm totally fine with that. We've got some of these cool Y tubes. Got that one. This is just a grunge with the with the texture tool. And then I like this one. It's kind of like really patinaed, like copper. And then this one, super cool too. Really like that one. And then this like tone on tone, which is really mellow, kind of hard to see, but because this is acrylic paint, I can probably come in here and do some fun stuff with that. Let's see if I can clean my brayer off on it and make it a little darker. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, a little darker, a little more visible. Okay, so we made all those and that one. And then we only did a little bit of the envelopes, but I do think I have a whole idea with envelopes. Bye, Angie and Jason. We'll just have to do that another time, or I'll do that on my own time and make a video for you guys. And then we did these really cool, huge, they're huge to me because I'm used to making 5x7, but these are 11 by 14 canvases. 1, 2, and 3. So I would say we made quite a bit of progress. I mean, we have been here an hour and a half, but I'm pretty impressed with those results in an hour and a half. Okay. Sorry, just have to set those to the side and let those dry a little more. And then there was a piece of, another piece of paper. Oh, there she is. She's not dynamic or anything, but she had, this was the first one we did on the exam table paper. And I never added anything else to it. So that's what we gel printed today. Now, real quick, 30 more minutes and we'll make something. Let's make, and this is still over here, but I'm not going to force it. I'm going to just, we're going to make something, and the last thing we do, I think, is pull this. Let me just check on it, because there's so many layers. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. I might not even pull that till tomorrow. All right, let's see here. Okay. For whatever reason, that makes me happy. All right. I'm going to take a drink of my hot coffee. It's still hot. An hour and a half later, it's blazing. It's wonderful. Get yourself one of these mugs if you're a crafter who likes hot drinks. because I usually just have my little ceramic ones. And they're just, they don't stay hot. Look what I found. This was just sitting over there. Found relatives. I double found my relatives. I found the relatives. I'm trying to take it easy on myself. So we're just gonna, these are really cool. When did I get these? I don't even know. But that was a good purchase. Aw. Cool. Nice. Oh, she's lovely. Isn't she lovely? We're going to stick with the little lady. With that little lady. These are really cool. I don't know when or where I got these. Tim Holtz portraits. Found relatives. Huh. All right. So, found a relative to pop on there. I have some flowers over here. I'm just grabbing whatever's in arm's reach. And my coffee. I've got these sitting over there. These are from Hobby Lobby. I know these did not come from Hobby Lobby. I want to say they came from L&J Goods when I was getting some new silicone molds. Also for my wall art. What if we do something like this? And then, oh, look what else I got. Oh, I need a conservatorship over my shopping. Tiny Text. So these are from Tim and Stampers Anonymous. And the only thing is I think mine are miscut. Some of mine aren't quite lined up right on the block. And there's just a couple that may not stamp right. So I want to use it, but I also don't want to use it in case I need to send it back and get a replacement. But I got these because y'all know I always use his stickers. And I like the idea of not always having to use black or white. But I can stamp and emboss. I can put them on green paper. Like, hey, let's use this green paper today for this card. You know, now I can, I'm just going to use them. If one or two doesn't stamp right, it's not the end of the world. I'm not shipping anything back. I'm not dealing with that. I'm just going to go with, you get what you get. All right. It happens. I'm not mad about it. Oh my gosh, I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday to get paint for the paint party tomorrow. And the poor lady was almost crying. Yeah, see, this is way down here on the edge. We'll see how it stamps. I don't know. I might have to send them back. I think they're all off. It was just cut off. But the poor lady was almost in tears, y'all. They had been so, this lady had been in there and had been so mean to her. And she was like, I've worked in retail most of my adult life, and I've never had someone talk to me like that. And I just held her hand. I was like, that's why I'm your next customer, because I'm going to shower you with sunshine and tell you that you don't deserve that. She's like, most people just come in here happy to get new home decor or art supplies. Not that lady. And she was, it's like, do not internalize this. I don't know why society is so toxic right now, but it's not you. You didn't deserve this. Bless her heart. So I told her, I will send you good vibes. I wish I had a card in my purse, you guys. I gotta restock my ATCs in my purse, because see, that's when we can pull out a card and be like, here you go. Here's a card to tell you it's okay, to remind you that there is good in this world. So I really need to make more ATCs. Paint party. That's right. We're going to have a paint party. And I love it because nobody coming to the party has ever, you know, like painted a picture before or made a card or done any kind of that art. And so it's going to be a whole new experience for everybody, which is going to be really cool, I think. And we have people from the age of 8 to 75. So I think that's cool. All ages, all abilities. Woohoo! I love it. Let's just glue it down. Let's make a couple of these. Oh boy, she's on a roll now. But that was so fast and so easy. Can't stop now. All right, let me glue this down. You know, sometimes you get caught in traffic and you're like, I don't know. I try to remind myself that you arrive places when you're supposed to. And yesterday I felt like I was supposed to be that lady's next customer. You know, I didn't see that other lady acting up, and I'm real glad, because I honestly, guys, I hold people accountable in public when they're acting out. I do. I can't help it. I hold people accountable to the way they treat others. I know I shouldn't. My mom's always like, please don't do that. It's Texas. People carry guns and stuff. Don't do that. It makes me nervous. And I'm like, well, people shouldn't be acting out. When I was growing up, the people around you held you accountable when you were out of line. When I was growing up and I was out of line, somebody would say, Toby, I'm going to call your mom. And they would. They'd call her before I could pedal my little self home. They had already gotten a hold of my mom. So I didn't act up that much, but still, there was accountability in our society. People didn't act out like that. These days, it's like everybody has an opinion and they think they need to share it. I keep telling myself and my kids, sure, everybody has an opinion. It doesn't mean you need to share it all the time. And just because you have an opinion doesn't mean you're right. Gotten a little too opinionated, I think, as a whole. Anyways, I wish I would have gotten her name so I could go back and take her a card or something. Go back at it and be like, this is for your person who got cursed out at the register yesterday. They'd probably be like, which one? Oh, geez. I know that's not y'all. I'm preaching to the choir right now. Y'all are all sweethearts, but yeah. I will face off with a Karen in the wild. And I don't mean to, we have so many lovely Karens here, and I'm sorry your name's been used in that way, but I will hold them accountable. I know. Hey, Kim. How you doing, honey? Jessie B, how you doing? So good to see y'all here. So many lovely friends. I know, Karen. Oh, see, there's one of our sweet Karens right there. I don't even know how that happened. How they stole y'all's name for that. All right, Look, I glued her crooked, but I still like the card. What do y'all think? I really like it. Let's make another one. I'll try to get off my soapbox. I just don't like it when other people hurt people, even if I don't know them. I don't even know that lady's name or anything, but I don't like that someone hurt her yesterday. Oh, I should have told her to play Tetris. Have y'all heard this? There's this study that's out that says if you've experienced trauma and you play Tetris, within 10 minutes of the trauma, you can reduce your overall healing from the trauma by 30%. You can increase your healing by 30% by playing Tetris. I think it has to do with putting things in order, by the way. So now I have Tetris on my phone. I should have told her, here, have my phone. Here, let me check some people out at the register. You play some Tetris. Cordelia, you're going to miss all the... I'm so glad you hung out with us, Cordelia. I hope you have a beautiful day. All right, let's do it again. I've got, see why I like to print on these? Because they're fun. And they're already the right size. So we're just going to tear it again like we did that last one. There's two ways to tear. You can tear so that you get like the white core of your paper, or you can tear away from you where you don't. I like seeing the white core. So I tear towards me with my paper facing up. All right. Let's trim this off. I wonder how they discovered that. Flo, I know. It was a research. It's like a, I want to say it was like a 10-year research project at Stanford or Yale or somewhere where doctors go and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, it's like a legit thing. Talk about instant regret. I threw these away and instantly regretted it. There's potential in them scraps, but you got to hold on to them. You guys, I'm real excited. I do not have to work as much this weekend as I have. I'm catching a little bit of a break before we get real slammed again. And I'm pretty happy about that. So we're having a party. I'll be here with Kendra's hop tomorrow. You know what? Let's put some Zentangle behind this. Yeah, let's do that. We might still add these little pieces. I don't know, but let's tangle real quick. So if you're following along, you know I'm making myself my own little Zentangle book with each of the tangles that are out this month. Ooh, that one's, I like that one a lot. That's Rambles. That one would be fun. This is Zenith. Today is day 11, which is Bee Fly, and we all learned Bee Fly together. We could do Bee Fly. I'm going to use my new gel pens. The big honkin' one. It's 1.0. It's huge. Thanks, Karen. Okay, and oh yeah, this one had bee fly on it. I'm going to turn it this way because I think I can. I'm going to go with the bee fly. Okay, if we wanted to put a flower on there, let's pick our flower first, our little bouquet, and then let's do maybe some bee flies around it. So as Desiree taught us, because Desiree actually taught us bee fly, she let me pick when we were doing World Card Making Day together. And it's a flux, which is this kind of flower petal, but they have to overlap. They start and stop in the same point. Okay, and then we're going to do a little antenna because we're turning this one into like a little butterfly. Okay, and then you do. So with each day that I learn a new tangle, I practice the tangle a few times in my sketchbook, you guys, so I can get comfortable with it. Let's do some more. I'm going to have to turn my paper. And with these, I'm not really creating so much butterflies at this point or bees. I'm just kind of creating, adding more to the background. Got to bring it up so y'all can see it. Let me bring y'all down closer. I had to have you way out while we were gel printing. Let's bring you in closer. What's cool about learning to Zentangle like this is like, you know, when you have a stamp, you're locked into the size, right? But when you learn to tangle and you learn, you know, or you just doodle, you can make it as big or as little as you want it to be. Let's do one more over here. But yeah, I've been practicing them. I'll learn a new tangle and I'll practice it a few times so I can hopefully commit it to memory is my goal. Okay, so we've taken that really basic gel print now, and we've given ourselves this really pretty flourish kind of scrolly background to go behind our flower. So that's the bee fly, day 11. I like that. Let's keep going. These are the markers that I was showing y'all the other day. I think that was yesterday. I don't know. I lost track. Aw, thanks, Sala. Okay, Jessie, I just read an article about a lady with 2 horses. Her neighbor kept filing all sorts of complaints against her, like anything they could think of, just being bullies. And the city has to take the complaints seriously after all, so they waste endless work hours on the lady and her 2 horses just because a neighbor doesn't like horses. And that is terrible. That's just terrible. Why can't people go towards happiness? I don't like, find what makes you happy. Don't focus on the things that you don't like. Focus on what you do like. I think it comes to the way that our brains are wired and the way we talk to ourselves. I was listening to Mel Robbins. Does anybody else listen to Mel Robbins' podcast? And, you know, our thoughts really do wire our brain. And I have to work on myself too. Like, I'm not perfect. but I do chase happiness. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what I don't like. I spend a lot of time thinking about what I do like. Hence my brain coming up with a new name for my channel if they try to take mine. So what I'm doing right now is aura-ing. So I'm creating this aura in white. I think that really helps the gold pop off a little more. Look how much more dramatic that looks. Let's do one more aura. You can aura your little heart out. You can add as many as you want. Happy Saturday, Jenna. Hey, Jenna, are you going to be in the hop tomorrow? The KCC hop? I love the cards you make. I'd love to see you there. Yvette, hello. I was watching you the other day, and your voice reminded me of someone. I was never able... I mean, usually I know your voice, and you sound like yourself, but the other day I heard somebody else in your voice, and I was never able to place it. It was funny. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Okay. So there is that. Just real simple. Let's stamp out a sentiment real quick. So we have collect beautiful moments. I think that's a really good one. Let's just use that one again. I don't have to change it up just because it's a different card. And I like this green too. It matches the leaves. So let's just keep using this scrap of green. I'm not. I'll be in the chats. Cool. Well, that'll be cool. I'm going to be having to catch a lot of it on replay myself because of the painting party. You guys have to go back and see the gel printing we did. I know that might not be your thing, but here, let me show you real quick. I can't show you the whole thing or everything that we did, but we worked on 11 by 14 canvases today and gel printed these. These are just the beginning. This is what I would consider a background to collage or create art on. So created 3 of those. And then, you know, things like this, and did gel printing this morning. So if you're so inclined, if you want to see all the gel printing you did today, you have to go back and catch that. And now we're just using some of the kind of scrappy gel prints to make cards. Nima, hello. How are ya? Good to see you. Nima, I think we should do a watercoloring live together. Hit me up on Instagram. I think that would be a whole lot of fun. Talk about bitty. Nima works such small canvases. I'm so impressed with what you can do on such a small scale. I tend to have to work larger. I guess for me it's easier somehow. I've noticed that as I've been doing the Zentangle for Inktober, that like I need bigger pieces of paper, like my sketchbook. I have to practice the Zentangles a few times before I'm ready to put them on those little bitty 4x4 cards. Anyways, I think You know, I'm trying to bring on some friends who can show us some new things, you guys. So we've done gel printing, we've done Zentangle, we've done watercolor with Karen, the flowers that time. And Karen's still going to come back and show us how to paint poinsettias. So maybe we can put those on our Christmas cards, is what I'm thinking. I really like this. But I think y'all know what I'm going to do. Someone pop a guess in the chat if you think you know what what I'm about to do with this card. Let's just see if y'all can guess. 2x2. Ah. Add bling. Well, that's a good guess, Sala. That's not the one. It's a good guess. So it was a bow is another good guess. Wow, y'all really know me. Not the one though. Gold it. Well, y'all are like 3 for 3. Y'all are actually doing very good. Splatter with gold. Yeah. Y'all know what I like. But we don't have the right guess yet. Let's see if this does that spark any guesses? It's not a big hint, but it's a hint. Emboss something. My card base. Ding, 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 ding. That's right. Let's emboss the card base. I don't know. Cards just feel naked to me now if I don't emboss the base. When I open them up, I'm like, oh, you could have been better. You could have been more if I had embossed you. So sometimes I don't even do it for the front of the card. I'm doing it for the inside. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. When I'm saying like, oh, that's pretty good, I'm talking about the tension. I'm going to do a light embossing. So it's not like the heavy duty 3D. I just want a little bit of that on the inside. I'm not even going to like worry about ink blending it or anything. There will be a little peekaboo to the front of the card. I turn it this way. There we go. All right. We did it. Is this even glued down? It is. All right, here we go. Let's glue it to the card base. Well, that was so much fun, you guys. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I know I missed some of the chat. I'm so sorry. Did y'all ever get to me? The message Sala the other day is like, I've been trying to send you smoke signals. Like a carrier pigeon. We need some kind of way to reach Bitty Penny. All the typical ways just don't seem to work. Have you ever tried to emboss with a rolling pin? I have, Karen, with very mixed, inconsistent results. But I will tell you too that when I discovered card making and was like, yes, this is the thing for me, I got embossing folders, and a big kick back then was actually the machine I got first thing, because it was embossing folders that got me roped into all of this. How long is this? This is 6.5. Okay, cool. 4.5. So Yeah, that's what pulled me in. So I've kind of been embossing with, not kind of, I've totally been embossing since the beginning of my card making days. All right. So when I emboss my whole card base, I do put in an insert to have something to write on that's not bumpy. All right, I like that green too. I think that's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Could pop one of those in there. I can't help it. Like, I gotta cut that out. After this, I'm gonna let you guys go. What a fun day. Tomorrow, 30 minutes from 4:30 to 5 Central Standard Time, right here on my channel. We'll be doing a hop. Check out Lynn, LV Handcrafted. She's the first one in the hop. She comes before me. So at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, she will start the hop. And then it's going to go to tea. I'm just trying to figure out which way this is supposed to go. And I believe Kendra, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be in it. Yeah, so definitely check that out. You're going to get to see a whole bunch of the sketches. And I think there's just like 5 or 6 people in it. And it'll be fun. A little Sunday fun. Betty Penny, do you have one place you store all of your cards you've made? Kind of. Kind of I do. I have these from Walmart. These just totes. They're not totes. Sorry, they're drawers. They're plastic. And they just so happen to be perfect for A2 and 5x7 cards. I had a little adhesive on that one. And so I store them in there by occasion, like if they're for birthdays or whatever, I store them blank, birthdays, thank yous. So I store them by their sentiment and occasion. And then I have a box that's in the wilds of my craft room where I put them immediately, and then when that box fills up, I sort them into my little cabinet, and when my cabinet fills up, I just start giving a ton of them away and I make some for donation, but I also just donate once my box gets full. So there are my cards. See, this one is like, you could have been more. You could have been embossed and had a panel. So I'll have to at least add a panel to her later, but I'm not going to do that now. And I'll add a flower on the inside. So those are the 2 cards. Then I get to have fun with those big 11 by 14 canvases. Oh, let's check on this last pool and see how it's looking. For the little canvas, this is the 6 by 8. Oh, that's coming off. I think we can pull it. Yeah. This little canvas has so much on it. It's not perfect, but there's that one. So I will continue to work on this. It's a background. It's a background. You're after tea tomorrow. Yay, Yvette. Awesome. Miss Kathy Grant, so glad you're here. Oh, Boo Boo typed my message. Question. Bitty Penny, what daily Zentangle are you following? I am following Stephanie Jennifer. I'm really following Desiree, to be honest, but we're using Stephanie Jennifer's printout, which you can get. Mariah, I've been PM Artist Studioing all day. I have to show Mariah real quick, you guys, because she's a busy woman. She might not have time to go back and watch what we made. But with the Y tube, I made these 11 by 14 canvases. These are canvas boards. And so I know I'm like all zoomed in now because we were into the card making. But we've been gel printing today with Y tube. Thank you for sending that to me from Yolan. But yes, that one. We did this one. And now obviously I've got to go in and collage. This is my background. This is the beginning. And then we used, everyone loved this one too, Under the Arches. So we did that one. So those are the beginning of something fun, I hope. I know it was a whole lot of fun making them. And then we did this little 6x8 and made a couple of cards. So now everyone gets a recap. Yes, everybody loves Under the Arches, which was Paula Keen, right? So everyone go check out PM Artist Studio. They'll be live tomorrow. We shared again. If you thought today's video was fun because we were gel printing, you got to check out you know, our friend Devin Rex for Art and our friends Mariah and Patricia over at PM Artist Studio. I think these times are still right. This is an older card. But they're right here on YouTube. Oh, that's an old code. That's when they gave me a code for you guys when I hit 10,000 subscribers. I had just met Mariah and Patricia, and they were already supporting my channel and supporting all of you. So I just love them dearly. Anyways, so that's what we worked on today, you guys. I'm going to let you go. Get on with your Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow for a little bit. And I'll be back on, remember, Monday. It's another unhinged making day because I don't have to rush off for the school bus. We get to ignore the cuckoo clock one more day before school starts. Isn't that awesome? Best chat on YouTube. I love my peeps. Y'all are all my peeps. Oh, we keep the codes, but only for first time orders. Oh, if y'all haven't ordered, so this will work for them, Mariah? I didn't want to. If y'all want to use Bitty Fan 10 on your very first order, with some of y'all may have already ordered, but Bitty Fan 10. Okay. Well, there you go. You can get 10% off. Hey, that's even better. Oh my God, I'm glad you popped on. Okay, I love you guys bunches. I hope you enjoyed today's live and today's makes, and I will see you next time. Have a fun weekend. Bye, everyone.